Good morning, warriors on a mission. Something different this morning, right? Here a little early. Yeah. I have a word that God woke me up with this morning, and He told me to share it. So that's why I'm here. This morning, God woke me up in pain. And been dealing with some issues anyway, but this morning was different. And when I'm telling you it was different, it was very different. And so God told me, I'm crying out. I'm like, God, what's up, man? Because I'm not used to Him dealing with me this way. And I'm like, hey, what's up? He said, we need to talk. And I'm like, okay, well, I have a section, got a little spot in the house that I go to that I spend a lot of time when I talk to Him right now. And so when He told me that, we need to talk, I knew where I needed to go. And so when I got there, I began to talk to our Father. And God shared something with me that I want you all to know and take to heart. This is not my style. So you ought to know this is generally from God. God began to tell me that we need to remove the sin from our heart. What's the difference? The heart. When you love something, you keep it close to where? Your heart. When it's something that's so valuable to you that you don't want anybody to take it, you keep it where? Close to your heart. And so when God began to share that with me, that there are people that have allowed sin and brought it to their heart. It's in their heart, meaning they're not willing to want to give it up. It's different when you want to give up sin. That's different. This, God was sharing with me, is sin that man does not want to give up. And He didn't specify, Father, as far as Christian or whatever, but God, those that aren't saved are already judged. You know how that goes. There's no question about that. So God is looking to really fine-tune the body of Christ. Now, I'm not going to put words in His mouth. All I can say is that He's telling me, He told me this morning that people have sin in their heart. They don't want to give it up. And so I'm saying to you today, if this is you, because I'm sure God was going to direct this video to where it needs to go. If you love God and you want to be with Him, let that sin go. When I'm saying let it go, I'm saying give it to God. Look, I've been doing this thing for a while now, and I realize there are certain things that there is a process. It's a process. So to say that drop it now, never pick it up, that sounds great. But that's not always the process that people go through. So I'm saying, let God have it. Let Him have your heart. Ask Him to assist you. Ask Him to help you get rid of that thing out of your heart. Help Him, allow Him to help you remove it. Ask God to help you to fall more in love with Him than that sin. Wherever you may be in your walk with Him, and that whatever that sin is that you've allowed it to be in your heart to where you love it and don't want to let go of it, just ask Him. I remember there are certain things about AA programs which I never had to, been there, but I remember hearing it on TV that they said admitting it is the first step. Something like that. So listen, if you're like, God, hey, I hear you. I know you're talking to me. I know you're talking to me, God, and you're like, okay, God, but man, I'm dependent on this thing. Just ask Him to help you. And be for real about it. Just ask Him to help you. Remember, you just need the size of a mustard seed. We talked about that. Faith is the gas to get things going. Faith is the gas to the vehicle. The size of a mustard seed. You just need like a little bit of ounce of gas to go in that car to make it go. Just the size of a mustard seed, and ask God to help you. And watch Him guide you through it. Just let it go. Get it out your heart. Get it out your heart. Amen. Get it out your heart. You can't hold, what is it? You can't have two masters, right? So if you're holding sin, how can you hold God? You got to understand the magnitude of what God is saying here. You can't hold both. One has to be dominant. And so look at that. That's a word from God this morning. Get the sin out your heart. Amen. Y'all be careful. I'm understanding the water storms coming our way. So be safe, be careful, enjoy your day. I love y'all. Bye-bye.